Good happy Monday evening to you. How's everybody? It's time for another video, and this time I am going to do one for you that has been long anticipated by quite a few of you. I've had a lot of requests to do this, and here I am, finally getting around to it. And I have to tell you that I have hesitated to do this a little bit because I don't want to sound haughty. I don't want to be forward. I don't want to be throwing this at you and forcing you to go vegan. But those of you who are interested in going in this direction, this is for you. This is to help you along your journey. And hopefully those of you who are not interested in going vegan, it might pique your interest and maybe encourage you along the way to maybe decide to take that step eventually. So having said that, let me give you a little story. Back in 1999, I was overweight, sick a lot of times, or I would get sick very easily, and just did not feel very good about myself at all. I had acne really bad and decided that I was done. I was done trying to lose weight on my own. I was done being sick and tired, and after I prayed, God really helped me to understand what I needed to do. And not only that, he put people in my path that were plant-based eaters that did not eat any animal products. And I never even considered the notion that there would be a diet like that. I don't know. I must have been living under a rock. I never knew a single person that ate no animal products until just shortly after I prayed that prayer for God to help me to get healthier and to live a really grounded, healthy, vibrant lifestyle. So having said that, that's one of the first steps you need to do, is to pray. It's vitally important because only God can give you the strength to really get through such a large, life change. It's enormous to make a change like this, especially if you've been eating meat all your life and dairy and eggs. To do completely away with those things, it's a challenge, and there will be trials along the way. So you're going to have that connection with the Lord, with prayer, so that he can help you and lead you into the right path. I am looking down too at my notes so that I can be as concise as possible, so that I don't burden you with information that you don't need, and so that I don't miss anything that I really need to tell you. This could be overwhelming. I mean, often it is overwhelming, this task of changing your lifestyle and going in this direction. But it doesn't have to feel that way. It can be a very, very exciting time. It can be quite an adventure to make this decision and just to see how your body changes, how it reacts to this. And to be honest with you, some people might feel a little hungry, maybe sickly, maybe have headaches to begin with, because your body can detox and get rid of a lot of the toxins from the meat and the dairy that you've been eating. So having said that, number one was pray. Number two is go at your own pace. Some people can do this immediately. They can go cold turkey, but I find that many people need to maybe slow it up a little bit. And the best way really to do that is to veganize your favorite meals. If you're eating macaroni and cheese, how can you turn that into vegan macaroni and cheese? If you eat Reubens, can you replace the roast beef? Is it roast beef at Reubens? You can replace that with a meat substitute. If you're eating hot dogs, go get some veggie dogs. If you're eating burgers, that's a really good one to change, because there are so many varieties of veggie type burgers, bean burgers, plant-based grain burgers. There's all kinds of burgers out there that you can try. It's really exciting to do some of these things, or even you can purchase them, and then when you start really getting adventurous, you can make your own, which is a lot of fun. Number three, remember that it takes time. It takes time to understand what this lifestyle really entails. It takes time to understand what your body really needs. Do some research. The first thing I would do would be to watch some documentaries on YouTube. I think you can find these on YouTube. Forks Over Knives and the China Study are two really good ones. And then you can check out websites that really give you a lot of good information on veganism, going on a vegan diet, plant-based eating. One of those is the vegansociety.com. That's a good one to check out. There are more. just have to look. Just Google it. Google it. That's what I do. Google it. Anyway, there's some good cooking websites if you're looking for some good food that you don't really know where to go, and maybe you're feeling adventurous and you want to cook something up. You can go to VegWeb. I think it's vegweb.com. And our website has some recipes, ourplantbasedbunch.com, and that website will be in the description below. And actually, any information that I share with you now, I will put in the description below, those links, so that you can access them more easily. Another one is Yumly. Yumly isn't a solely vegan site, but they do have a vegan-friendly way to find the recipes, because they have filters where you can put that you don't eat meat or whatever, and they can find some recipes for you that are really good. I've used a couple of them. They're delicious. Another form of research is going to social media, going to Facebook or Instagram to find really good ideas on what to do if you're stuck and really don't know what to do. Next tip, don't worry about where you're going to get your protein. We all need protein. It's vital for our bodies to have it, but we worry too much about how much we're getting, and we often get too much, which is very difficult on the body also. It's hard on the kidneys, it's hard on other vital organs. The thing is that if you're eating a well-balanced vegan diet, you really don't need to worry about it. Some sources of protein, if you're interested, are beans, tofu, quinoa, chia seeds, other seeds and nuts, and grains even have protein in them. Spelt, quinoa, I said quinoa, didn't I already? Wheat, what else has protein? Oats even have protein. Another thing is to focus on fruits and vegetables. Make that the main part of your meal, the fruits and the vegetables. Cook yourself up a good yummy stew. Put some soy curls in there. Have you heard of soy curls? I might put a link in that for you to see how to get those too. They're very good, and they're like a chicken kind of texture, like chicken pieces, but they are strictly made from soybeans, non-GMO soybeans. So those are pretty good to put in a stew. But fruits and veggies, yeah. Salads, very important to eat lots of raw fruit. Is your friend. Fruit is your friend, folks. Even if you're losing weight, don't make it your enemy. The body thrives on fruit. It's very hydrating, full of micronutrients and vitamins and antioxidants. You need your fruit, and it's also very pleasant to eat, very satiating. Eat your fruit, fresh fruit, lots of fresh fruit, all kinds of fresh fruit. Eat your fruit. Vegetables, you guys, I want to tell you real quick that there are some vegetables that you really need to cook, and I learned that the hard way. When I was trying to lose weight last year and eating more salads and things, I was just eating salads after salads after salads, raw salads. And I discovered recently that we have to be cooking some of our foods in order for them to be digested properly. And those include your cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower, your greens like kale and spinach. Cabbage must be cooked. I was sharing my cabbage salad every day. I was like shredding cabbage and carrots and sharing that, and I had a dear viewer. I know she wouldn't be afraid for me to tell you this. Christy, she's Organized Mom. She has a wonderful YouTube channel. She decided she was going to try this salad, and her stomach got to hurting her so bad, and I felt so bad about it. And I researched it, and cabbage and carrots should not be consumed raw, you guys. They really need to be cooked, even lightly cooked. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, they need to be cooked. All your roots, I talked about the carrots already, your root vegetables. And I might be leaving something out, but those are the biggies. You can eat some raw vegetables, some vegetables that are really classified as fruits because they have the seeds. A fruit has their seed within the vegetable, within the fruit, within the flesh. So that would be like your tomatoes, your cucumbers, your squashes, olives, avocados, cucumbers. I said cucumbers. I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry. But those kinds of things, they're really good in a big salad. And then put some seeds in that salad, some really good, delicious like a cucumber dressing of some sort. I've got dressing recipes on my website, by the way. So, and like I said, that link will be in the description below. So good. Don't forget your gravies and your dressings. They really make all the difference in the world to make food delightful, and especially your salads and your veggies, to make them really enjoyable. Is to like dress them up with stuff like that. Learn how to use your herbs for your salads. Fresh basil is so delicious. And that comes to my next tip, is not to deprive yourself. Think of tasty, complex flavors like walnuts, avocados, pine nuts is another good one. I love to put a couple of pine nuts. Yeah, they're high in fats, but you need some fats. And those of you who are underweight probably want to increase some of those. But if you are normal weight or overweight, you need to really be careful with limiting your nuts, your pine nuts, your walnuts, your seeds, but eating them, because your body needs those good healthy fats, included with the avocados and the olives like I talked about. The fresh herbs, basil. I'm growing some parsley, thyme, oregano in the garden. It has made all the difference in the world. Fresh herbs are so good. I cannot believe that I waited this long to grow my own herbs. You know, when you buy those little boxes in the grocery store, they're so expensive. All you need to do is get a pot, put some seeds in it, and grow your own. Really, you can grow them indoors too. Have your little kitchen herb garden. Wonderful way to have some really delicious food there. Another step is to rethink how you're shopping for food. Have you been taught how grocery stores are normally arranged? Like, all of the good stuff is around the outside. Your produce and your bakery, your baked goods are all along the outside, and then the canned food, the processed food is in the center. The thing you want to do when you first walk in is go to that produce section and think of and purchase all of the yummy produce that you're going to use. And make sure that you purchase not too much, because you don't want it to go bad on you. Make sure you're going to buy stuff that you're actually going to try. Maybe even get some things that you haven't had before that you're willing to give it a shot to try. And when you go into the grocery store, go in with a list so that you don't forget anything. It's very important to go in with a list, and don't go past that list to begin with, because then you're going to be really overbuying and overwhelming yourself. Just maybe look at some recipes before you go. Maybe get some ideas of what you want to buy for the week, and get to that produce section first. And then you can work around that by going to your breads, your grains, and then in the center you might buy some canned and bottled goods like tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, crushed tomatoes. Tomatoes really make a good base for a lot of different soups and stews and veggie dishes, so I like to have those on hand. And when you're getting started, you might get some canned or boxed. I prefer boxed, prepared beans, black beans, pinto beans, lima beans, whatever kind of beans, lentils, those kinds of things to begin with. But then, as you gradually get into getting used to getting to the routine of the vegan diet, it's better to make your own beans and lentils and grains and things like that. But don't be hard on yourself, ease yourself into it by maybe getting some things that are a little easier to work with, that are already are already prepared. So anyway, another tip is that you can still eat out. I prefer not to eat out as much as possible. When I do eat out, I eat at Whole Foods. I eat at the grocery store and get like some different fruits, and I might eat a salad or something from there. But eating actually out in a restaurant is possible, especially when you're out with friends. You want to go out and have a meal together. There are restaurants like Chipotle, which has like the sofritas, is a replacement for the meat. It's made with tofu, I think, and there are different places that are starting to offer more vegan options. So just do your research before you go, see what's out there, and see what you can maybe possibly just veganize. Another thing you can do when you're going out is to try more ethnic restaurants. Mexican, Indian, other Asian restaurants tend to be more vegan friendly, So yeah, That's a lot. It's a lot to chew on, but I'm hoping that that will be something that you will be able to use, some information that you might be able to use. Just before I do go, I just want to give you just an idea of what we eat as a family, what kinds of things we eat in our meals, just to let you have an idea. Now, we eat a little more simply than most people do. Eventually, it's good to get to that point, but I'm not saying that you're going to be there immediately and overnight. It's a learning process. And if you want to know more, even after I share this with you, you can check out our vlogs, check out our other videos here. And I always try to share as much as I can about what we're eating and how to prepare it. And we have a lot of recipes on our website. Once again, ourplantbasedbunch.com. The link is in the description below. Okay, let's start with breakfast. What do we have for breakfast? A lot of times you will find that we're eating some kind of a hot grain. The kids' favorite in Curtis's is oatmeal, so we kind of sometimes probably overdo it on the oatmeal, but we eat a lot of oatmeal, but we eat other grains too, like kamut, spelt, millet, barley. We mix it up. We do different grains every day for breakfast. But what I like to do is put them in the crock pot and just let them cook overnight like that. And then in the morning when you wake up, your breakfast is ready. It's all hot and ready to go. Delicious. So other things that you can eat with your hot cereal are fresh fruits, all kinds of fresh fruits. Dried fruits like apricots, prunes, figs. We have little date pieces. I even got some little organic dried apple pieces to put in the cereal. Flaxseed, ground flaxseed. Don't eat it whole because your body can't really assimilate it properly. Grind it. Excellent for brain health, and we try to eat it every day. Just a little flaxseed, about a tablespoon of flaxseed in the cereal. Chia seeds are really good. Coconut, flaked coconut is good. Sometimes I even put a little coconut milk in my cereal. And then we make some dishes for breakfast, like a millet crumble. Delicious. I did a couple of videos on the millet crumble and some periscopes on that, and we have that recipe on our website, ourplantbasedbunch.com. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for breakfast. Oh, toast. The kids like to have toast with nut butters on it, maybe some preserves, or Olivia has gotten to putting a little bit of organic peanut butter and sliced banana on hers. Also, maybe things like tofu scramble once in a while, but the kids really like that for lunch. But people do have that for breakfast. French toast, pancakes, those kinds of things if you want to change things up. Sometimes we do that for the weekend. We try to change things up a little bit. For lunch, my main part of the meal is some kind of maybe a casserole dish or a one-pot meal or a soup or a stew with lots of veggies, with lentils, with some kind of beans, rice, quinoa, and then I have like some veggies or a big salad to go with that, with some kind of really good dressing that I've made fresh, which is the best. Store-bought dressing is available, vegan store-bought dressing, but a lot of those have vinegar in them, and that's another video for another time, the vinegar. And anyway, the homemade dressings are the best, and we have those on our website also if you guys are interested, and you can actually just research online and find all kinds of really simple, easy salad dressings. And also what we like to eat is like some kind of bread or crackers. I'm wanting to make some more of my own crackers because that's really healthy to make your own fresh crackers, and putting hummus or baba ganoush on those crackers, and maybe then a slice of tomato, maybe a little oregano. Delicious. It's so good. One thing I forgot to tell you about breakfast is making your own milk is really the best route. And one thing though is that my family loves Rice Dream original, not enriched. You're not really supposed to eat or consume enriched foods, believe it or not. Yes, it's another video for another time also, and we're gonna get there. But having said that, I like to make my milk, almond milk, oat milk, you know, coconut. You can make coconut milk with the coconut flakes, all kinds of different milks with just what you have on hand. And we're gonna do that. That's another video for another time also. We're gonna do a video on just making milk. I think that would be a great idea. We're gonna do it. Okay, talk about desserts. Desserts should be really simple. Really what I like to do is just have a couple of pieces of dried fruit like apricots or figs or prunes or dates or something like that. Or sometimes on special occasions we might make date balls with dates, ground nuts, and coconut. Sometimes we make, on really special occasions, I might actually make a dessert like tapioca pudding or pumpkin pie or something like that, but it shouldn't really be overly complicated. Dessert really shouldn't be complicated. Cookies, brownies, oh, the sweet potato brownies. You guys, if you haven't tried that sweet potato brownie recipe yet, you've got to go try it. It's absolutely delicious. That's on our website also. All right, that's enough, guys. I have to go. I don't want to make this too long anyways. I hope this really helps you. I hope you find this video to be a blessing. It's been a long time going at it for this. We're also going to do videos on even what's in my kitchen, what's in my cupboards, what's in my refrigerators. I've done periscopes on that before, but that might even give you more of an idea of how to prepare your kitchen for success and getting rid of all of the garbage and the stuff that you don't need in your cupboards, in your refrigerator, in your pantry, and putting all the good stuff that will help you on your successful journey to a plant-based diet. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day, evening, whatever time it is. We'll catch you next time. Don't forget to live well and be strong. Adios.